Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. Thank you for participating and joining this free webinar called How to Avoid a Bust Beyond the Holiday Boom. And some of you may be wondering what the topic is or what I'm talking about there. I'm going to get into that during the presentation. If you don't know me, my name's Dan Ratner. I'm a business development strategist for the Next Steps LLC. There's our logo there. And also I'm a founder of the website, thebusinessofmembership.com. And this website is really an effort on my part to try to bring the worlds of membership together for all of us to learn from and grow our businesses, whether it's a small business or a nonprofit association or, golf and country clubs, chambers of commerce, any of those, churches even, there are membership programs that are within pretty much every type of business these days. And actually it's growing. It's an emerging business model. So we want to provide the information and resources available for those that want to build that for themselves, for their business or any other, a nonprofit, a for-profit or whatever. So I want to start off with a, well, let me check here. Also, I just want to let you all know that you're muted automatically and that you can use the chat function to chat with each other or myself if you want to send a question, there's a Q&A option that's on your Zoom panel or your toolbar basically. And I hope that you'll use those to provide me with the information or questions that you're looking to get answers to throughout the presentations. I'll check them every so often because this is about an hour long. And if I don't get to them, I'm sure I'll get to them by the end. I'll make sure that there's time at the end of this presentation for any answers to the questions. So let's get started. How to avoid a bust beyond the holiday boom. Well, let me start by telling you a true story. It all started back about a few years ago when I entered a barbershop locally here in our area. It was a nice sunny Saturday at about 11 a.m. in the morning, and it was really a lot of things were going on. It was bustling around and lots of people, lots of cars. And, I was new to the area, and so I wasn't sure about this barbershop, but I did see the big, word barber on the side of the building. And so I thought, well, let me try that and see what it works. It was right next to a Costco, so it was really convenient. But also right across the parking lot, there was a drive-through Starbucks and, a Chick-fil-A, which is always very popular. The line is always around the block with the cars and the drive-through there. So a very busy area. I would say had to be thousands of people at any moment, just within maybe a quarter-mile radius of that barbershop. And, that's thousands of people, hundreds of cars. It took me a while to find parking, actually, and I finally did. And I walked into the barbershop right there, and I was a bit shocked. It was pretty much empty. I was the only one in there. Now, other than maybe a few barbers, obviously, and two of them were sitting in their barber chairs. One was reading a newspaper. One was reading their smartphone or looking at their smartphone. And it was just me and one other person, one other barber who said, come on in, and sat me down and started my haircut and asked me what I wanted. And I told him exactly what I was looking for. And I finally sat down, kind of settled, but, before I actually entered the barbershop, when I looked in, I thought maybe it wasn't open. I looked around outside again. There was cars and people everywhere. And I thought, this place has got to be open, but it seemed a little weird to me that I was the only customer in there at 11 a.m. on a Saturday, bright and sunny outside, beautiful, and everyone was going around getting things done. And I thought, there's a lot of people that need haircuts. There's got to be. And so, it did surprise me. I was a little shocked. So I sat down, they started the haircut. And, I started asking myself questions while I was sitting there. It's kind of just questions started swimming through my head. How could it be that I'm the only one in this barbershop on a busy Saturday morning? when with so many people in close proximity. There's got to be some kids that need haircuts, and men that need haircuts, or maybe even some women that would be willing to come into the barbershop and get their haircut there. Who knows, right? But there's got to be hundreds of people that need this type of service. Why is it okay, for the shop to be so passive about, developing their business? If they're just waiting for people to walk in, is that really a good, business strategy? Or do they really want more business? Maybe this place is a front for the mob. I don't know. Maybe they don't care about the business. It was one of those things that just boggled my mind. And I just, thought, had those questions flying through my head. And I was trying to figure out how can this business even survive if they're only getting, one person in at 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning, when they should have people sit in those chairs waiting for them to get into the barber's chairs to get their haircut. That's the way Saturday mornings should be at most barbershops. That's the way I've seen it as well. But, I finished my haircut, and I paid for my haircut, and then I grabbed my lollipop and I left, right? That's how it works at a barbershop. Well, so what made this barbershop that I walked into unique? Okay, you see all these barbershops, and if you look around, the only sign that's on the building says barber. It's some of the signs that you see in front of you here, and maybe it's obviously for barbershops or a lot of other retail businesses. It's location, right? Location, location, location is always what you hear when it comes to retail. And to me, there are, and I looked at it right afterwards. I sat down with Google. And I was like, well, let me see what other barbershops are around the area. And there were exactly 9 other barbershops that were in maybe a half-mile radius, literally a half-mile radius of this place. And I could see one across the parking lot, across the street to the other parking lot. There was another barbershop that just, again, had that big sign that said barber. What makes them unique? Why did I go into that one? Why wasn't it, what happened? How do barbershops kind of differentiate their services? Well, obviously they have different barbers, and they do different work, different quality work. Some of them are very good, some of them probably aren't that great. And maybe it was just luck. Maybe it just was luck that I walked into this barbershop. Well, does it just come down to luck for business in some cases? I guess it does. But I became a customer there because of luck. And I remained a customer for a while, but then I moved on to a different barbershop. And they were lucky that I walked through the door that day. And what did they do with that opportunity? That's the big question. What did they do with that opportunity? Well, we're going to answer some of that soon too. So, speaking of luck, okay, I don't know if you've seen these in shops or, Chinese restaurants or that type of thing, but I'm not sure how to say it. Maneka Nico is, it's one, I call it the money cat basically. And most of them have the arm that actually swings back and forth. And it's supposed to provide luck and good fortune to the business wherever it is. So, too many businesses though are hoping and praying that the door of their business will open and a new customer will just walk in. And some of you are waiting for the phone to ring, and once that phone rings, maybe you'll have a new customer. Or maybe you're just watching your online store and waiting and refreshing, hoping that an order will come through. Well, that's not a strategy. One of my bosses, constantly reminding me, hey, you come in here, you talk about, well, we hope we get these results in our marketing and all that. Hope is not a strategy. It's just hope, and a lot of it is just, are they relying on luck to get business in the door for their livelihood? Now, some of these businesses, obviously barbershops do this as well, but most of these retail businesses or even local businesses, they send out flyers. They post flyers different places. They have ads in the mailed flyers that you get in your mailbox, or they come into the Sunday Mail newspaper they're there at different periodicals. Maybe they put a coupon in Valpak, those coupon packs that people are receive in the mail, and they just do it by zip code. Or maybe they sponsor a local soccer team, or put up ads at certain facilities, banners or who knows, but many of them are using marketing and advertising in some way to try to build awareness of their location. Now, barbers I could see as an issue. I'm using them only as an example here. Hopefully you can apply what I'm talking about to your business, whatever it is. But they rely on the location, and they have a sandwich board outside saying, "Hey, barbershop is open," and that you're driving by and you see it, just like I did. Okay, that was their marketing, was basically to have the sign on the side of the building. And many of you probably rely even on networking events and networking groups that you go to, and you talk to others and you make connections and you tell them about your business, and maybe they become a customer, maybe they know someone that can become a customer, and again, there's a lot of luck and hope that's built into that as well. There is some skill, but for the most part, if there's no need, or you find people that really aren't conducive to actually taking on new purchases and things like that, you may end up with very little in return for that. So does any of those strategies really, do they sound familiar to you as far as what you deal with or what you're trying to use to actually generate business for your business? Okay, so is hope or prayer one of your main strategies? I mean, I guess if you are running a church and trying to get new members, that may be. But for the most part, as far as small businesses that are for profit, then hope and prayer is not the strategy. And maybe your business development strategy is completely reliant on this money cat. Okay, I hope not. But you can't just sit there and expect that luck will come your way. Well, let's get back to my trip to the barbershop. My haircut was done, and I felt good. It gave me what I asked for, and they waved goodbye. Okay, I think this is from a Hallmark movie. Hopefully, my wife can see that. But I walked out, but I felt confused. I was disappointed and really felt rejected even. The sense of rejection was that I was a customer, and the barber really didn't get to know me, didn't really ask me any questions, really had no interest in whether I would actually come back as a customer, or even to show me that they wanted me to come back. And so that really kind of made me feel rejected. So what if? Oops. Oh, I missed my cue there. So what if? Okay, I don't know if you've seen Wildcrats before. Our kids love it, but they do this what if thing, and then it turns into animation. Well, what if one of the employees actually approached me and explained that they like that they like to get to know me a little bit more as a new customer, and that they maybe even offer me a discount even on this haircut that I'm getting if I provide them with some information that they can get in contact with me after I leave. Just a few questions. Ask me maybe, hey, what's your name? What's your address, your email address, your phone number, or just, one of two, any of those is fine. As long as you have an email address or maybe even a phone number, you can work with that. I might be willing to provide my mailing address if you send me some type of, coupons or offers and those type of things for, future haircuts, or more information about maybe products that you're offering or different services. And so, yeah, I'm one of those guys where it's like, if they ask me for that, oh yeah, I'm going to give it to them, because I'm really curious to see what happens from that. I'm always fascinated by that. So what I'd like you to do, now that we're kind of understanding kind of where I'm going with things, I want you to take out a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil or whatever, and write down right now your top 5 regulars, those repeat customers that you have. Okay. Everyone knows the regular at Cheers, right? That's Norm. He's one of the regulars. He's there every single day. They, plop down a beer right in front of him, no matter what, when he sits down. And that's just what you call a regular at the bars. And, at your business, you've got to have some regulars. I know that regulars are kind of, they really keep a lot of businesses afloat. So I'm going to give you maybe a minute or so. Just it's probably on the top of your head. You probably know who those top 5 members or top 5 customers, those repeat customers are. And I'm going to refer back to this list in just a minute. Okay, so let me go on to the next slide, and let's talk about having a relationship with your regulars. Okay, this relationship with your regular, you already do. Obviously, if they continue to come in, you're getting to know them. They're getting to know you and the services that you offer, and they're obviously happy if they're continuing to come back. And whether this is a barbershop or a nail salon or maybe pest control or HVAC or any of these type of businesses that offer regular services, you're going to get some customers that are regulars. They like what you do, they like the quality, and they like the interaction and really the experience, right? So let me go back to the barbershop, and I want to talk, let's get into some calculations, some real calculations to understand kind of the business side of things. So let's talk about a simple calculation. So let's go back to the barbershop. I'm going out and I'm getting my haircut once a month. Okay, one time per month I get a haircut, so that's 12 haircuts per year, and I it usually is around $20. I make a nice round number, $20 for each haircut. So out of the 12 months of the year, for the entire year, I'm paying this barbershop, whatever barbershop I'm going to, $240 total for the year. Okay, over that span of time. Now, if they had a relationship with me, if they had my email address, and let's say that they sent me an email the day after each of my haircuts and provided a coupon for $2 off my next haircut as long as I use that coupon within 3 weeks. All right, so 3 weeks, the coupon expires. If I want to use it, I want to get those $2 off of the $20 that I usually spend, then I have to come in and get my haircut in 3 weeks. And so that means that I'm getting a haircut every 3 weeks if I'm using that coupon that they send me each and every time that they send it to me, right? So that means I'm getting a haircut every 3 weeks, and that means I'm getting 17 haircuts per year at $18 because I'm taking that $2 off each time, $18 per haircut. Well, look at that. I'm actually spending $66 more with that barbershop, okay? $306 for the year. That's $66 more. So obviously this is a wonderful strategy, okay? And let's say, for instance, I don't use the coupon all the time, and I only used it maybe a couple times or a few times throughout the year. And so maybe I only got 14 haircuts that year. That's more than the 12, but maybe just a couple more. And obviously it's $36 more than if the regular haircut schedule that I had, because it's again $18, 2 more visits, that's $276. So I'm still spending $36 more with that barbershop, and they're getting more money from me just by providing those incentives. And even if I don't take it up each and every time, they're still making more money off me. All right, now so this strategy can only be implemented if there's a way to communicate directly with me, right? If the barbershop can only, that's the only way they can give me those offers. Because if they don't have my email address, phone number, or address, how do they even know what to do or how to give me some incentive to come in every 3 weeks rather than every 4 weeks, right? Now, I want us to take this scenario, and we're going to look at this and apply it to the regulars that I just asked you to write down. So without a relationship, your 5 regulars at $240 per year. Okay, you have 5 regular, folks coming in the barbershop every month of the year. That's $1,200 that you're getting for each year from all 5 of your regulars. All right. Now, if I had a relationship and they're spending $306 each for those 5 regulars, well, that's $1,530 for the year. So that's basically you're getting $330 more from your regular 5 regulars with this strategy. Great. So that's more money in your pocket, more money for the business to be sustainable, right? So let's take a break from the calculations and look at the value proposition. Look at your value proposition for your business. What I want you to do is I want you to make a list of the top 3 products and services that you offer right now. Take a piece of paper, take a pen, and I want you to write down those top 3 products or services. Okay, maybe you offer certain actual products that you offer. Maybe certain services. If you're a nail salon, maybe you have certain manicure. What's the manicure? What's the pedicure? If you I think we have someone that offers dance lessons. Okay, maybe the group lessons that you offer are one of your top 3 products and services. So for the barbershop, for instance, haircut, obviously that's the main core product that they offer, but they also have the shave, and they can shave your head or your face or your neck, any of those things. The shave is part of shaving the facial hair, and obviously trimming a beard or that type of thing. So maybe those are the top 3 for a barbershop in general, right? Well, then I want you to make a list of some of the secondary products and services that you offer. So for instance, at a barbershop, they offer different hair products. They maybe offer some tools like combs and brushes, or I've seen those like other brushes for flat tops and stuff that are, kind of flat. And then, they have hair gel or maybe shampoos, or, they have a lot of different products, but that's secondary. The barbershop isn't there to sell product. But they do have it if someone's looking for it. And, they probably have certain ones that you just can't get off the shelf at your local, drugstore or grocery store. So that may turn into, a little bit more revenue for that business, for the barbershop. And then I want you to make a list of the products and services that your customers get without asking. Now, what is that? What do they get without asking? So for instance, at the barbershop, I made a pretty long list. I like my barbershop because I shave my neck. Okay, so that's a service that not all barbershops will do. Some of them will just trim it with a trimmer, but the others will take a straight razor basically, and shave your neck. I like that because it makes my neck feel better, and it's just the way I like it. Well, some put hot towels over your face, and some of them massage your neck. And, even sitting down waiting for a barber, you have all these magazines to choose from. That's a nice service, I think, and a nice thing that you get. You can sit there and watch TV while you're getting your haircut. And I always like the lollipop. Well, you always get some type of lollipop at the end. Mostly it's for kids, but I take them. And those are kind of some of the examples that I'm talking about. So you may want to think about that, and some of that may be what's differentiating you from the other your competitors, basically. So let's talk about communication with, once you have a relationship. So, you finally do ask them for their mailing address or email address or their phone number. So now you have a way of communicating with them beyond the time that they're actually in your store, or, in your, part of your service, participating in some way or engaged with you, right? So what what can you do? Well, in this instance, you can send the coupon in the email, but also send reminders leading up to that saying, hey, the expiration date is coming up, make sure to come in and get your haircut and get that $2 off. You can do that. If you hand them the coupon as they leave and you don't have any way of communicating with them after that, well, then you have no way of really kind of reminding them of that discount or that offer. You can send them some tips, hints, or lessons on, grooming, for instance, or new hairstyles, or what to do about hair loss or dandruff. You can have a regular newsletter that goes out and just remind them, hey, we're here, we're taking care of you even beyond the time that you're here getting a haircut. And then, obviously you have offers and promotions, the $2 off the haircut, or, hey, we're offering, 25% off any product purchases once you're in here for a haircut, or anytime that you want to come by. All those different things, right? And then maybe there's some new products that they have on the shelf, or maybe they want to showcase a product. Hey, we like this hair gel that we have on the shelves here in the store because it's organic, and it does all these things. And most of the stuff that you find on the regular branded shelves that don't have this type of uniqueness to it. So hey, come get our stuff, right? You offer different services. Maybe they offer, something brand new that, they don't always offer, or some add-ons like, hey, if you come in for a haircut, we'll give you 50% off, a facial shave or whatever. Hey, well, that might be worthwhile to even try it out. And then hopefully, all these businesses, they have some type of events. You bring in certain folks to do showcases, or maybe there's an event where they bring in a LuLaRoe representative and they have different clothing, or maybe they'll have, kids entertainment. Well, you know, bring your kids, let them be entertained while you get a haircut. You know, who knows? A lot of these places can certainly work harder at having certain events and make sure that their customer base comes back into the store. Even if they don't buy a haircut, you know, at least they're frequenting the store, and that they, you know, again, they see some value in coming to your storefront. Okay, so let's look back at some of the calculations after we all, you know, go through the relationship type of stuff. So again, we go back 12 haircuts per year without a relationship, and, you know, times your five regulars. Well, that's only 60 opportunities per year that you actually get to interact with them, right? You don't have an email address, you don't have a mailing address, you don't have a phone number, but they're your regulars. They come in, you know, regularly. And so in this case, I'm one of the regulars. I come in for 12 haircuts. Well, that's great. That's me. And if 4 others are like that too, you have 60 opportunities to actually sell someone something, you know, each year. And that's it. So with the 17 haircuts, you know, times those 5 regulars, that's 85 opportunities per year. That's a lot. That's like, you know, there's 25 more opportunities each year to sell these regulars if they're in the store more often. And so it's just a way of showing you that, you know, you're losing opportunities if you're not finding a way to get them, you know, to participate or use your service or become a purchaser, you know, more regularly. So the relationship is equal to really unlimited opportunities to communicate, right? If you have an email address or a phone number or, you know, a mailing address, you can send out all the communications that you want to them to try to get them to, you know, do and participate in what you're offering. So let's take a hypothetical. So products and services sales to, you know, your regular customers. Again, 5 regulars. We're only talking about 5, right? So for instance, in this case, hey, if they've sent me some product offers and those type of things, maybe I'd buy a couple bottles of gel, hair gel from them, you know, $5 each, not much, right? You know, maybe I'll try one of their beard trims. You know, because one day it's just a mess, and I mean, hey, what would it look like if you did it instead of me? You know, it's $6, let's say. Okay, so that's a total of $16. 2 hair gels at $5 each, and then $6. That's $16. Let's conservatively say $15 is what they spend additionally from the haircuts for the year, for the entire year, right? And times the 5 regulars, if you get 5 of your regulars to do that, well, that's $75. That you get additionally from those 5 regulars. Not much, but that's you know, it's still more money than you would have gotten before. So, you know, if you have referrals from your regulars that, you know, without a relationship, let's say, okay, then, you know, maybe you have someone that they refer in, and, you know, they come in and say, hey, you know, one of these regular customers of yours referred me into your barbershop, come in, and then you have a way to, you know, offer them products and services. And so maybe you sell them 1 hair gel, maybe a beard trim, okay, you know, total of $11. Conservatively, let's say $10 times 5. So your regulars, you know, 5 regulars, so you get 50, right? $50 from all those referrals from your regular customers. All right. So again, referrals are important. And if you have regular customers, they're more likely to give you referrals. So let's go back to our comparison. Without a relationship, you get added sales of other products and services of $50 that we just calculated, $10 per regular. Added sale of the other one, $75, $15 per regular. All right, let's just keep that in there, and we're, you know, keeping a tally of all these transactions. Well, let's look at another simple calculation. And there's 12 haircuts per year. Again, all this is the same information that I just talked about, right? But let's look at hypothetical referrals from regulars, okay? So what I mean by that is that you're referring someone in as a brand new, you know, regular. All right, so you know, you refer, you know, them for 2 referred haircuts at $20 each, you get $40, okay, from them. And then that $40 times 5 of those regulars referring those, you know, new people, you get $200 from that core you know, haircut business that you're doing. So referrals from regulars without a relationship, maybe you get 1 referred in haircut at $20 for the entire year, okay, from those regulars, okay? And so times 5 regulars, though, that's $100. So I'm just making sure that we get the referrals in here as well, okay? Not just the additional products and services that I talked about, but referrals. So the referrals are actually getting back to the haircut side of things. All right, so hopefully you're following me on this. If you have questions or you need need explanation, or I can certainly help provide that. So we have that. And so then we need to start talking about those secondary opportunities. So you have a relationship, you've actually asked for information from these folks. They give you their mail address or phone number or email address. That's fantastic, right? Well, you're compiling a list of all those and making sure that you have that and sending out communications to them. Well, now you now have a list of regulars to help other businesses grow. I don't know if you really realize that. So for instance, you have that list. Let's say you have 5 regulars, maybe you have 25 regulars. Great. And you're sending out emails to them. Well, what if you put ads and offers in those emails or newsletters from businesses within the same strip mall or within the same area or related to your business, okay? So you can put it, so for instance, at this barbershop, one of the things I thought would be really great was right next door was this frozen yogurt place. It was kind of off-brand. It wasn't like, the brands that you get all the time. What is it? That frog? I forget. Sweet Frog. Sweet Frog was like across the street, but this frozen yogurt place, off brand and just kind of on its own. Maybe it's a mom and pop place. Well, they're right next door to the barbershop. Maybe what you do is send them, the coupon in the email and say, hey, this coupon is good for $2 off a haircut. And if you do get a haircut, we'll give you a coupon to go across, right next door and to get $2 off your yogurt as well. Okay. Or maybe you just put that offer in the email or newsletter that you send them. Now, maybe you have those events or programs, but you can work with others and say, hey, look, I have these 25 regulars and I'm going to offer to have them come for this event. Would you be willing to provide frozen yogurt for the event? Maybe completely free to people just to get them to test and sample your product. Or maybe you work on saying, hey, I have people to come to an event and let's put an event together for the entire strip mall. Something like that. Or social media followings. Obviously, you can say, hey, look, you should follow the frozen yogurt place right next door to us. They have their Facebook page. Here it is. Okay. And the frozen yogurt place may pay you $100 or so to make sure that you put that mention in your email. And you're making money off the fact that you have these communications and that will actually help other businesses around you. Maybe, you offer samplings and tastings in the barbershop for, a winery or, well, that might not be as, legal, but maybe there's some organic snack foods or something that, are made locally. But, you can even have like direct sellers come in. I mentioned LuLaRoe before. You can have like Mary Kay or any of those type of places come in, set up a table in your store and, send it out in the email, say, hey, we got this going on today. Come on by and check it out while you get a haircut or, get your son a haircut, whatever. And then even other events, one of the events and programs that I thought would be helpful if there's a lot of men coming into a barbershop, well, maybe something about home improvement. Someone that's really good with home improvement can come in and teach a lesson on, being handy, or maybe tax help or something like that, get a CPA locally. And again, they pay you for this because you're bringing them the prospects. And so it's kind of like going to a vendor fair, but it's within your store or location or whatever event that you're doing, right? So that's some secondary opportunities for you to make money because you have a list. Now, if you don't ask them for this information, then you don't have a list. You don't know how to communicate with folks if you don't have a list of them. So from those ads promotions, I just came up with hey, maybe for the entire year, you get $100. Okay. Very conservative, $100 from any ads and promotions without the relationship. But if with the relationship, you can get more people, more dollars because, you're getting more activity there. All right. So let's look at our totals. The total for without a relationship, you're made for $1,450. Great, that's good. If you're 5 regulars, that's what you get. But with a relationship, you've actually made $2,005, which is $555 more than if you didn't have a relationship. There's incentive here for you to build that relationship, to have some way of communicating with your customer base if you don't already collect that information. So that's the bottom line, and how it can have a huge impact on your business is, by building the list and getting, communications to happen. So hopefully I've made my point here that developing an ongoing relationship with your regulars would be beneficial to growing your business, right? Well, we were just talking about regulars here. What about the irregulars? Okay. Now, okay. I just love this little GIF. That's great. I think that's one of Jeff Dunham's, but I don't know. But this is, you're irregulars, and probably a lot of your customers are regulars. I know a lot of customers that I've dealt with were irregular in a lot of ways, but, or maybe just odd, but they aren't your repeat customers. They've come in, they've purchased, they've done a transaction with you. They're a customer, but they're not a regular. They're not a repeat customer. They've bought from you just once, right? Well, how do you convert those customers into becoming repeat customers in one of your regulars? And how do you do that? Anyone? You build a relationship with your regulars, okay? You actually ask them for their information as well. They come in for the first time, never has been in your business, or never have, taken part or done a transaction with you. Well, if they do, you better ask them for their information. You start that relationship with them right then and there, regardless of whether they're a repeat customer or not, okay? So every customer is an opportunity. And you've probably heard that in business before. Every customer provides you with an opportunity. But don't let your opportunities just walk out the door or hang up the phone or log off without you asking them certain questions. You should ask them who they are. Who are you, right? You say it in a different way, right? You say, hi, I'm Dan. What's your name? Okay. And you get their name, right? Somehow you want to remember that or write it down, or, and log it somewhere to make sure at least you know their name, okay, and who they are. And maybe ask them a few questions about, who else, what else is about, what do they do for a living, or do they live locally, or, do they have a family? Those, you can get into that, but for the most part, the least that you can ask for is their name, okay? The barbershop, no one knows my name. Okay. The barber doesn't even know my name because he never asked. So that's just simple and very straightforward. You need to also ask them, what are your needs? And so a lot of times it's more like, so how can I help you? How can we help you today? And you came in here for a reason. What can we do for you? Right. That tells you their needs. They'll tell you, well, I came in because my hair is a mess, or I came in because I'm looking for a specific type of hair product because my hair is a mess, or I'm having a problem with hair loss, or whatever their need is. You're there to help them out. How can I get a hold of you? Now, that's the part I think a lot of people step back and say, well, that's a little too much. Well, a lot of times you can present it. Hey, we send out special deals and offers to our email list regularly. Can I add you to our list? Or, how about we just, give me your email address and I'll put you on the list, and you'll get some offers and you won't have to pay as much for your next haircut if you do that. So again, any customer coming back at least one more time and buying can now be considered a regular of yours, right? They're a repeat customer. I call them regulars. And so now you have a list of customers that are regulars, and the others that are irregulars that you're trying to get another transaction from, right? So you get those two lists. You have the irregulars and the regulars. And now you have the foundation built to adopt one of the most effective growth strategies that businesses of all sizes, including the biggest Fortune 500 corporations, have at the core of their business. Okay, you have, now that you've done all the stuff that I talked about as far as just grabbing that information from your current customers, you have something that like Amazon has. Okay, you have now built a foundation that Netflix, the same type of business that Netflix has built, that's a huge billion-dollar company. You have the Costco. Costco has it, and so does Disney Plus, the brand new Disney Plus. Basically, they have recurring revenue from what they call subscriptions sometimes, but mostly it's called memberships. Okay, you have opportunity to actually build a membership program for your business that will generate huge revenues for you, just as it does for all these other businesses. And it can't be bad, because all these other these huge businesses are using it at the core of their business model. So what's the power of membership programs? Well, let's talk about that. What a membership program isn't just what I talked about as far as getting the contact information from your regulars and irregulars. You have to build a true relationship with these customers. What you're doing is building some type of sense of belonging. Membership is a sense of belonging. It's not just transactional. Okay. What I talked about with the regulars and irregulars previously, that's really just a transactional relationship, right? You're asking them to come in again and again and do some more transactions. It's not really a membership. So let's look at that. So you build a sense of belonging. you have to have some loyalty, that they're loyal to your business and not another business, that I'm only going to be coming to this barbershop and not another barbershop. I'm a member of that barbershop. I belong there. And, it's relevant. There's some relevance to me personally or professionally. Just because of the location, that's not enough. Okay. You have to build some type of relevance. Maybe, my barber has something in common with me. Okay. Or maybe my barber offers something that my other barbers don't. Now, you have more knowledge and understanding of what the needs are of your customers and their wants and their desires, right? So, you have customers, you've built this relationship with them, but you have a better, deeper understanding and knowledge of what they're looking for. And it's really symbiotic or synergistic, okay? There's two words that really kind of are similar, but they are bringing you information and feedback for your business that will help you get more business. They will bring referrals in. They will continue to be loyal to your business. So it's symbiotic. You're providing them with something. They're providing you with something other than even just money, right? They're providing you with some type of, building of your brand and awareness of your brand beyond your store. And then there's this reliance. That they're reliant on you to give them a good haircut, but you're reliant on them to give you business so you can continue operating. Because if you cease operating, then they can't get their haircut. They're going to have to go find another barber that really takes care of them the way that they like. And so this is the true relationship includes all of these aspects, all these, concepts. And it's really kind of the difference between like an acquaintance and a friend. Okay, so I met some people, and I would call them acquaintances, but there are other people that I can consider friends. Very different to see the differences between those two. So I want to mention our In It Forever principle that we developed, and it's kind of at the core of what we do for our client base, is that we look at members and customers, and they're already in it for four things. They're in it for a quality, positive experience. They're in it for ever-increasing value. They're in it for an intentional engagement, and that we're engaging them on an intentional basis, and consistent relevance to their needs and wants. So this is the In It Forever, EVER, experience, value, engagement, relevance. In it for those four things. Those are their needs. That's the needs of your customers or members. And that's a principle that we teach and make sure that we use to build up businesses that are membership based. Because that's a big part of my background as a consultant. I work with businesses that have membership programs and build those programs and make them more efficient and effective. Now, the compounding effect of membership. This is something that you may not realize. Some of you may realize it, but others, you may not realize that if you're paying $10 per month, let's say monthly dues are $10, total of $120 per year, right? That you're spending. Maybe that's on your Disney Plus. Maybe that's on Netflix or Hulu or whatever you've subscribed to. It's being taken out of your credit card every single month, and that's fine. Now, if you're a business offering a membership program and you're asking each one of your members to pay $10 per month, well, one member equals $10 per month. You earn $10 from them for that month, right? Well, if you have 10 members, you've increased your membership from one member to 10 members. Well, you're not only, now you're getting $100 per month, but you've already earned $100 from those 10 members for that month, but the $10 from the previous month. And now you have $110. It's kind of compounding on itself. You have 20 members, let's say by the third month or, later down the line. Now you're getting $200 per month from all those members, right? Those are all the members, including the one that you started with and the other 10, right? Now you have 20 total members and you're getting $200 per month from them. Well, that's great. But you also, from the previous, iteration, previous month, you got $110, from that group. So that's $310 now that you got in that, the total for the year. Let's say you only still have 20 members a month later. Well, you're still getting $200 from them that month, right? So that's $200 plus the previous month's total was $310 equals $510 so far this year. So it's compounding. Okay, you still have 20 members another month later, and you have $200. Well, $200 plus the $510 is now $700. So you see, it just keeps piling on itself. And the more members that you get, the bigger exponentially your revenue becomes, because of those dues that members are paying. It's, obviously it's kind of like compounding interest or, just a compounding effect, but this is compounding that is money that you're making. It's not off interest. It's just a way that you're charging on a monthly basis. So let's go back to our comparison. All right. So without a relationship, you're not going to get any dues. You're not going to get any membership dues from those folks, right? But if you have regular relationships with your regulars, maybe even irregulars, and they buy into a membership program, well, they're paying $10 per month for dues, and you're getting $600 per year. All right, $600 per year, $10 times, so that would be for your 5 regulars. That's $50 per month, right? $10 each, and that's 50 times 12 months, $600 for the year. And so right now, you've made $1,155 more from having relationships with your 5 regulars versus the $1,450 that you made, from without having a relationship. And that's 80% more than that $1,450 that you'd get. So you're not only selling more to your regulars and getting, some of that secondary opportunities and, from referrals and ads and promotions and other product sales and things like that, because you're able to communicate with them. Now you're able to tack on dues and actually get even more money on top of that on a regular basis. So it's a business strategy that obviously works, okay? You have the Amazons of the world. They charge you over $100, let's say, for Prime for the year. Okay, no big deal. So you pay that $100, but they're also getting money from all the sales, all the purchases that you have through your Prime. Okay, even though shipping is free, you're still spending money with their through their service, and they get money and profits off of that. So it all compiles together into providing, but those dues are just kind of on top of it. Look at Costco; they're making tons of money off purchases. But really, if you ask them, and I think there's articles out there that will show that the majority of their operating budget is funded by dues. And that's really what most nonprofit associations and other businesses that are membership-based, they're getting a majority of their money from dues. And then the small, profit margins that they get from all the other purchases. So, this isn't even counting the types of other purchases that can be driven by member benefits, like providing them with discounts on any and all purchases or member only offers. Okay, so you can even do even more by making it a membership program. Look back at your list of 5 regulars. Now, do you think you can come up with 5 more regulars, or maybe 10 more, or even 20 more? Okay, now we're starting to talk about really big, huge numbers as far as the amount of revenue that you're making. Now, if you have a list of 20 regulars, do you think 5 of them would actually join as a member? Okay, so I'm not saying that all your regulars are going to say, yeah, I'm buying into this membership, right? Maybe a quarter of them. Okay, 5 of them might join as a member. That's fine. You don't have to have huge numbers here. Again, it compounds on itself. And so you want to just try to drive the numbers up and recruit more members in there. Now, if so, you will be receiving recurring revenues from that handful of customers coming into your bank account each and every month. Okay, so that's the great thing, is that you charge these cards on a monthly basis. That money is going directly into your accounts, and you don't have to do anything. Obviously, you want to keep the membership program going, keep the communications going, and giving them the benefits that they need. But for the most part, there's nothing you have to do to get the transaction. It automatically happens on a monthly basis. It's a wonderful thing. So I'm sure you have some objections here, and I'm going to tell them to you. I'm going to tell you what your objections are. Membership programs take too much time to set up and maintain, right? That's one objection. Another objection, cost too much to set up and run a membership program. Well, we'll talk about that. Asking for customer information and to join will turn them off, or maybe alienate them as customers. Well, and then pricing differentials and promotions will be too confusing and complex for not just the customers, but the employees trying to figure it all out, right? Well, yes, it will be more work. Yes, there will be time and money that you will have to invest in developing and managing a membership program. If your customers are turned off or reject the offer, then they weren't likely to be repeat customers or have a relationship with you anyway, okay? Or maybe they just like the relationship they have with you now. Now, with the latest technology and innovations, any business, regardless of its size, can take on membership program at low cost or even no cost because all the technologies are there, and some of them are, free and figure into helping support your membership program. Now, as a membership expert, I know how to do this, and I can help you add membership program to your business that will show a positive return on investment in just a matter of months. So, maybe even weeks. I think as long as we set it up right, we can show that, there's a return on the investment that you made in this. So here's how you can get started, okay? These are what I offer in helping you develop the membership program for your business. So there's a do-it-yourself course that's coming out in December. And basically this course will tell you how to develop a membership program for your business. So it provides you with lifetime access to a comprehensive proprietary online course. And it features lessons on things like developing your membership value proposition, choosing which membership model works best for your business. Okay, some of the models need to be free. Some of them are low dues. Some of them you ask only for annual dues rather than monthly. Selecting a membership database, a data management system that works best for you. And again, there's some free options out there that don't cost anything that will really serve your needs very well. And, then building the systems, process, and operations, procedures, to support with a membership experience to make sure it's a good one. Launching your membership program. Obviously, you need to launch it and make a big deal about it to try to get as many members in as possible, get those founding members in. And then, the course even offers other things like, it will teach you how to market your membership and recruit new members, and how to add value and make sure to exceed your members' expectations, okay? Keep getting them bonuses and things like that. Getting members more engaged in your membership program. Obviously, if they're more engaged, more things happen. You get more transactions and more money, and they stick around as members on a regular basis. And, staying connected and relevant, making sure that what you're providing is relevant to their needs, to your members. And there's much more that's going to be part of this course. And if you want to get into that course and do it yourself, basically it's, you take it yourself online, and you have access to it from now until the time that from the time that you purchase it from forever. You have access to it to use with, you don't have to pay again. This is a $99 investment for this course. And, it's a one-time purchase that you have access to for a lifetime. So that's one way of doing it, and it's all on you. Basically, the course is there. I've set it up. The video course basically is there to teach you how to do it for yourself, and you go off and make that membership program happen. Now, if you want more help in consultation or coaching, I'll work with you one-on-one to build your membership program, and together, okay? We'll do this together and build a membership program for your business. So, this provides you with personalized coaching and consultation, developing and launching and growing your membership program. Lifetime access to the course. I will include the course as well in this level as far as what we're providing. Access to weekly office hours. Basically, I set aside time every week to work with folks to make sure that their membership program, getting answers to any questions about their membership program. A private Facebook group for sharing and discussing about membership programs. And 1 year of a business and membership, small business membership. So basically, I have my own membership as well. We're offering to small businesses for, that you will get a lot of resources, information, access to a ton of videos and courses that are beyond this regular online course. That's all included in this level. And it's called the consultation and coaching level, and it's $499. It's a one-time purchase, and the membership only lasts a year. You'd have to renew that membership if you want to continue beyond the first year of the business and membership, small business membership. So you have my time. The first one is basically do it yourself. This one is that I'll teach you and train you on how to build this and maintain it and get it going, and then I'll step back basically, and then you're on your own to manage it going forward. Now, then there's the comprehensive solution, a customized membership program that is developed, set up, and launched for you, okay, for your business. So I'll do it all for you if you want. And what we'll do is, do one-on-one training and coaching and consultation for a year. For the full year, I'll be working with you, coaching you, making sure that you see what we've built for your business. 1 year of the professional membership was included in the consultation side level. And then lifetime access to the do-it-yourself course. Of course, that's going to be included in this comprehensive solution. Access to the weekly office hours, access to the private Facebook group, and 1 year of this small small business membership. Now, you'll get the small business membership, but in number 2 up there, the 1 year of business and membership, that's a separate professional membership that includes courses like that what we call our meminars, full-length meminars. There's hours and hours of teachings of getting into like even deeper detail on how to run a membership program and how to make sure it's optimized for performance. And obviously, and also included this, we'll develop a social media marketing plan for you that, within the first year after launching the membership. So not just from launch, but, halfway through the, first year of your membership program, we're going to develop a campaign that actually will drive even more traffic and recruit more members into your membership program. And that comprehensive solution is $2,499, $2,499 for anyone that wants, for us to do it for you, basically, to build that membership program for your business. So that's it. Those are the 3 options that we have available to you to help build a membership program, keep you getting some recurring revenue from a membership program for your business. Now, there's about 5 minutes until 3 o'clock. I am open to questions if you want to post a question or put a question into chat. Again, here's the URL, the link, basically, thenextstepsllc.com, thenextstepsllc.com/SB membership. Is the link to go through. You go to the page. I'll even share kind of that. I'll show you what the page looks like. Let's, okay, hold on. Where's my share button? New share. So let's go. Nope, that's not it. I don't see it. Okay, so we'll just go back to here. And there we go. But yeah, you go to that link, you'll see these big icons that you see up top of this slide. You'll see those at the top of the page, and you can just click on those to get to purchase those. Or if you are looking to more information, you scroll down to get more information. Basically, it's what I explained in this presentation. And yeah, so there's a recap. Basically, these are the 3 options here, and there's we just chatted out the link. If you want to get to that link, that's the easy way of getting to it, rather than trying to type it in or anything like that. And we really appreciate you participating in this webinar, and we hope to be working with you. And we look forward to you taking advantage of the services that we offer to help generate a ton of more money that you can get in revenue from your business just by implementing a simple, easy membership program into your business. You can be generating 80% or more from your current customer base if you just get started with a membership program for your business. So thank you again for joining the webinar, and we'll be talking to you. Thank you.